For centuries, maps were not just guides, they were confessions of our ignorance. Edges adorned with sea serpents, warnings of monstrous lands, blank spaces labeled simply, "Here be dragons." But what if some of those blank spaces were never meant to be filled? Across ancient maps from different parts of the world, China, Europe, the Middle East, there were always mysterious gaps, vast stretches of ocean, endless forests, mountains too perilous to cross. Explorers risked everything to chart them. Many never returned, and those who did often came back changed, speaking of things that didn't fit into the civilized world. One such story comes from the 14th century. An English knight, Sir Geoffrey of Langham, set out to find a rumored island off the western coast of Ireland, an island called Hy-Brasil. Visible only once every 7 years, it was said to be a paradise, a land of wisdom and impossible beauty. Sir Geoffrey and his crew sailed for weeks into uncharted waters. They battled monstrous waves and blinding mists. Then, silence. The sea grew still, and there, shimmering on the horizon, was an island of emerald light. They approached, heart pounding, but as they neared, the island faded, vanishing into mist. When they returned home, half the crew was missing. The survivors whispered of voices from the fog, of shapes watching them from the deep, of memories that no longer matched reality. Hy-Brasil disappeared from most maps by the 19th century, but the ocean where it once lay still carries strange stories, ghost ships, vanishings, and compass malfunctions. And Hy-Brasil is not alone. In the deserts of Central Asia, maps once marked the sands of illusion, a stretch of desert where travelers reported mirages so real they would chase them into death. Whole caravans vanished. Ancient Arab cartographers described mountains that would appear and vanish, as if breathing with the desert. And deep in the heart of these sands, they spoke of the City of Brass, a glittering place full of strange beings, unreachable by mortal men. The maps ended there, not because no one dared draw further, but because those who went beyond never returned. Even today, satellite images over certain parts of deserts and oceans show anomalies. Strange patches where sensors fail, data corrupts, and no clear images are ever captured. Scientists chalk it up to magnetic fields, atmospheric conditions. But old mariners and desert nomads know better. They know there are places the Earth itself protects, places where reality thins, where maps must end, because what lies beyond cannot be captured, cannot be explained. Some modern researchers believe these ancient blank spots might align with zones of gravitational anomaly, places where the very laws of physics seem unstable. Others suggest interdimensional rifts, entrances into parallel worlds, thin places where one step too far might take you somewhere else. Stories persist. Planes vanishing over the Pacific, never found. Desert expeditions disappearing without a trace. Fishing boats swallowed by sudden mists that no radar could detect. Where do they go? Maybe they don't die. Maybe they don't crash. Maybe they simply leave, crossing into the spaces where maps end. In the jungles of South America, tribes speak of invisible cities, massive stone ruins hidden not by camouflage, but by shifting layers of reality, visible only when the world itself allows it. And in the Arctic, Inuit legends tell of mountains that walk, of islands that drift in ways no human eye can track, of sounds beneath the ice, like cities breathing far below. Where maps end, fear begins, but also wonder, because maybe we're not supposed to know everything. Maybe some frontiers are meant to remain untouched, doorways to other places, other possibilities that the Earth itself keeps hidden. So next time you look at a map and see nothing but blue, or blankness, or endless sand, remember, that emptiness might be full of things beyond imagination, waiting, watching, breathing. And if you ever find yourself at the edge, standing where maps end, listen carefully. You might hear something calling you forward, or warning you to turn back.